Hi, this is Debbie with Zingtree. Today I'm going to show you how you can customize the look of your Zingtree Decision Trees. I'll show you how to use Zingtree's built-in settings to modify the theme and colors, and I'll also show you how you can add your own custom CSS to modify the look even more. Alright, so let's get started. This is a very simple little decision tree that I've built just for the purpose of this tutorial. And let's have a look at what the tree looks like right now. So we'll go to Tools and Preview. And it's using the default Zingtree style and theme in panels. And I haven't changed anything in this. All I've done is add my content. So I can say I want to make some changes here. So let's use the tools that are available to us in Zingtree to make a few changes, and then we'll go a step further with Custom CSS. Let's edit this node. We'll start there. So we have in this content editor here all kinds of things that you can do already. Bold and italics, underline, change font family, font size, colors. And that's all handy. So let's make a couple of changes that we know are only going to affect this node. And maybe I want to take this and I would like it to be an H1. And perhaps I would like to center that. Alright, that's great. Now, keep in mind that these changes that I've made are only going to affect this node. If I want this paragraph text to be a lot larger, and I want it to be larger in all of my nodes, then Custom CSS would be the way that we would approach that. That way we wouldn't have to make that change in every single node of the tree. Okay, we're going to save these changes we have now. And now I'm thinking, I'd like this tree to have the color and feel of Acme Corporation. And we have some tools already built into Zingtree that'll let you pick some themes. So we'll go to Tools and Settings and Rendering. In the Rendering tab, pick a color theme. And here we go. Okay, so you can see we're using our base theme of Zingtree Default in Panel Style. And we would like to change this to make it a little bit more fun. So we have some other base themes built in for you. And the one I think would look good for Acme Corporation is animated radio buttons. So we'll choose that. And that changes our answer area here to this different style. All right, I like that. Now I think I would like to take everything that is green here and make it red, the same red from Acme Corporation. And I think everything that is blue, I would like to be black. So first let's change our green, and we'll change that to red. I already have that code on my clipboard, so I'll just paste that in. So that changes our green to red. And now let's change this navy blue to black. Just drag that over here. Very good. And I think I want all my text to be black as well. So I'll also make that black. Right, so that's looking a lot better, more like Acme Corporation, but that's all we can do here. And we could save this and move on and our tree would look great. But in order to make some other changes, I think we're going to have to get into Custom CSS. So I think I would like this entire body area of the content, the background, to be red to match Acme Corporation. I think I'd like to change this link color. And a couple of other things. Maybe I want to add a border around my images. So let's get started with Custom CSS. So we'll save this theme in colors. And we'll click Update All Settings. Now there are two different ways that you can do this Custom CSS. In the Rendering tab, you'll see a link to the CSS file that this tree is currently using. You could open this link in another browser tab, copy all of that CSS, dump it into a code editor, make all of your changes, upload it somewhere, and then paste a new link in here. That's one way that you can do it, but I'm going to show you an easier way. Instead, click the Code tab here. Here you have an area where you can place any CSS or JavaScript that you want to load when this tree renders. In this case, we're going to be using some CSS. Now this tutorial assumes you know at least a little something about writing CSS. If you don't worry about it too much. With some practice, you should be able to get this. But we're going to keep it simple. So if we're writing CSS, then we're going to start out with style. And I'm going to close that tag so that we don't forget to do it later. And I'm going to place all of our custom CSS in this area right here. All right. Now what I'd like to do is from the Tools menu, I am going to right click on Publishing Links so that I can open that in a new tab, because I want to leave this tab the way it is. So we'll open that in a new tab. And then we're going to click this little link, have Zingtree host your tree. And this little link right here will open your tree in a new browser tab and with nothing else really around it. So it's going to be easier for us to target these elements and make the changes that we want to make. Okay, really good. So we're going to cheat a little bit here. We are going to use the developer tools in Google Chrome to make our changes. And we're just simulating those changes in the browser. And then we're going to one by one copy and paste those changes and place them into our field here where our custom CSS goes between the style tag. All right, so the first thing I think we want to do is we want to change this background color of the body content area to red. So we're going to right click and inspect element, and we're going to find that element there, and it looks like it's going to be right here, the panel body, and it's using this background color of this light gray. And let's change that to this red. So we will click that, go with that red color. That's great. All right. So that's the color I'm looking for there. So with panel body, I'm just going to take that, and it doesn't matter that you've got the black in there. You can take it out. We're not making a change to the text color. We're going to copy that. We could change that text color to white if we wanted, but for the purpose of this, I'm going to keep it simple. And we're going to paste that in like that. All right, and now we're going to go back to our other tab where we're making our customizations, and I'm thinking that the this link in green just doesn't look so good. So in the panel body only, we want to change our links to white. So we're going to add a new style rule. We're staying in panel body, but we're going to add a new style rule, and this is the panel body node content area, and we are going to add an A to that, which is for links. And we're going to say that we want that color to be white. And I think I want to give it an underline. So I'll do text decoration underline. All right, that's great. So I'm going to copy all of this, and I'm going to put that in our CSS settings, one at a time. Very good. All right, now I'm thinking that I would like my paragraph text to be a lot larger. So I'm going to add a new style rule again, and I'm going to give this, and we're going to add P so that we're targeting the paragraph style. And I'm going to say that I want this to be a font size of, let's say, 20 pixels. All right, it's a lot bigger. And we're going to, and let's say we also want to give it a line height of 2. Give everything a little bit more breathing room there. And we're going to copy this. I'm going to put that back in our settings here. All right. Now one more little change, and I think it's good for this demo, is I'd like to take all of my images that are in this node content area and give them a black border. So I'm going to add another one. And in this one, I would like to target the image. And we're going to say border style, solid, border color, black, and a border width of, let's say, 4 pixels. All right, I like how that looks. All right, so we're going to copy all of this and put that in our settings. Now, I'm not going to update the settings yet because I want to show you something. We haven't applied any settings yet, so if I was just to refresh this page, it's going to go right back to what it looked like before we made all of our little changes, because we're just playing around with browser tools. We haven't actually, saved anything. So we'll go back over here and we're going to save all of these settings. I'm going to update settings. Now if I was to go back and refresh, we should get our new design. There we go. And so now we have our black borders around our images, and we have our white underline, and we have our red background. And that carries over from node to node. All right, so that is how you add custom CSS to your Zingtree decision trees. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thanks for watching.